Hello everybody. In this video I'm going to show you how to check out your toolbox. Now you should have one of these by now, because I should have been able to take you over to the metal cubbies we have in the other room. You know, we share 3 or 4 toolboxes in one of the metal cubbies. It's just to keep these there, and I should also have given you one of these slips of paper that actually tell you what should be inside of it. So let's kind of go over everything and make sure that you have it. So first off, we do have 2 different kinds. This is a red one. We also have a gray one. This is toolbox number 16. Open the first part up here. I usually don't have anything in here, but you could definitely put in your projects right in this area if you wanted to. I'm going to open up this part. It does have a little tray that comes out, and then all these tools. Really pay attention to how these are put in, because a lot of times the goggles that you have on here can kind of make it almost impossible to put this back in place and just shut it. So just be aware, you know, that the tools are kind of lined up kind of in a special order here. Okay. So I have that wood block down. I have this. Usually this kind of sits on the side right there. Everybody has a different kind of size C-clamp. I'll go over here in a little bit. So first thing, toolbox. I have it. It's $5. If you lost the toolbox and had all your tools, then you would owe me $5, so I can replace it. 3 small files. So I'm going to put this back on here again. Now 3 small files. It's 1, 2, and 3. Is you should have. It should all say 16 on them because this is what this toolbox is. I should have a flat one. It's a metal file for filing down metal. I do have another smaller file in here that's extremely rough. That is a rasp. We're not going to talk about that right now. So I have a flat one. I have a round one. And I should also have like a half round or like a triangular shape one or a square shape one. So you have 3 different files that you use for your projects. So if you have each one of them, then you just put 1 check right here, and you should have already checked out your toolbox, and you have 3 of them. Set them back inside. Next is a small rasp. That's what this one is. Again, check your number. Mine is 16, and it does say 16 on it. We use this to carve wax when we start making your rings. 1 large file. So this is a large file. It has areas for wax. It has areas kind of for metal, but a lot of times we use this more for wax work. When we do the metal working, we use those smaller files. Yours might look a little different than this, but if it's a file and it's large, it's probably what it is. 3 sanding blocks. So 1, 2, 3. We use this to polish the metal that we have. We have a 220, a 600, and a 400. So we'll go over these in class more. Just make sure you have them. It's perfectly okay if they're not covered in sandpaper. We do go over that first time on the project. Make sure that you know how to put sandpaper on these blocks. Steel wool. We use this as well as for sanding as well. 2 wax carving knives. So here's 1 and 2. Again, 16, 16. A lot of times we would heat these up. They're not really that sharp by any means, but we heat these up so you can kind of get different details within your wax rings that we do. X-Acto knife. So have an X-Acto knife. Again, make sure your number's on there. It's okay if it looks burnt. A lot of times we put these over like a flame. It's to kind of carve out designs in your wax again, so make sure you have one. It says 2 needle nose pliers. So right now I just have 1. So imagine it's the wrong number. And so imagine that you have 2 in your hand right now. If you are missing something, you do say something in class to make sure that I make sure that you have it. Another thing you are missing is you have a small nose pliers. That is also something that we'll be getting in. So it looks like this, but it's a little smaller. And instead of being flat on the inside, it's round. Jeweler saw. Open this up. So this is your jewelry saw. It does have a blade on there already. Hopefully yours doesn't, because we go over that in class on how to put that on. It should have a tip here, and make sure it has or like a key here, here, and here. So we have our jeweler saw. C-clamp, this is a little obnoxious, but we use this to hold down a wood block because we attach these onto our tabletops so we don't damage the tabletops, and you carve your design out on this wood in this open area right there. Pencil. I have a pencil right inside here. Again, make sure your number's on there. And then your goggles for safety. If you don't want to use ours, you want to have your own, that's perfectly okay. One more thing that's on here I forgot to mention is you also have your blades for your jeweler saw. And that's what this is right here. Now this is wrapped up in a thin piece of wire. There should be 12 of them. If you want to, you can try counting them. These are free right now. If you break all 12 of them, then you start paying each blade. Each blade is about 25 cents a piece. So you want to make sure you take good care of these and don't break them. So we'll go over this when we get into that part of the project. Once this is all done and everything is X'd off right here, we attach it right here on your toolbox. So I set this down, put that right there, grab another piece of tape. Everything is X'd. If you don't have something, don't check it off. Because when you turn this back in 18 weeks from now, I'm going to be looking for all this stuff. And if all of a sudden you don't have an X-Acto knife, it's $1.75, and you say, well, I never got one. And I say, well, you checked it off. So you had one. And just like anything else, if you lost your Chromebook or whatever, then you got to be able to replace it. Otherwise, this toolbox is yours. A lot of times people put their chain mail in here or in the projects. Pick it up, take it home with you over the weekend if you fall behind on something, or if you're just kind of enjoying something in class. So again, if you're missing something, let me know. Otherwise, again, good luck in class. Hopefully these tools will help you be successful. And good luck in class, and let me know if you have any questions.